I'm a minority and I got accepted into college. Now what? So like the title says, now what? Now what do I do? Now that I've been receiving all these acceptances or all these denials from different schools, what do I do? What are my next steps? Well, first off, to start off, congratulations. Congratulations to you for getting accepted into any college. Especially if you're a Latino, African American, Asian, Pacific Islander, anything like that's had it hard. Believe me, I know it wasn't easy. And honestly, whether you got into a community, a state college, a private, a university, it's all the same to me. Higher education is higher education no matter what, and no matter where you go. And like I always keep saying, and I'm always gonna repeat to you guys, it's up to you to make the most out of your experience there. I always like to say that if I had the chance to redo this all over again, I would. I wouldn't change nothing about it. So congratulations one more time. I know it wasn't easy to write all them essays, all those paragraphs. Like, it's so hard to sell your life story in, about 2 to 3 paragraphs, especially with these new UC prompts. I know, like, back when I did it, it was just 2 different prompts, and those were the same for and those had been the same for like the last couple of years. And I know you new kids have to pick out of like 10 different prompts, and so I salute you guys for tackling those problems, answering them, and getting your acceptances, because I know it wasn't easy. Regardless, no matter where you got into, no matter what school rejected you, just know that your life is about to change for the better. So brace yourself, for real, for real. Real quick, before we continue with the video, you already know what's coming next. Smash that like button, bro. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go follow my page at college_anomaly. Also, full disclaimer, this is my personal advice and my opinions, so you guys may feel free to disagree. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that my advice is the best or that you have to do it this way, because honestly, there's so many other ways to go about choosing this grand decision that's going to change your life forever. I'm simply trying to make this video to give you guys an idea of what to prepare yourselves for, and it's just the advice that I would have loved to hear if I had the chance to redo this all over again, because trust me, I would do it all over again, especially with the knowledge that I have now. There's just been so many priceless moments, experiences, and friends in college, and so before you even choose the college you want to go to, before you even send that SIR, let's think about it first. Let's stop, think about it. And I know it may seem like it's a lot to think about, like there's a lot of factors. Honestly, there are a lot of factors that you want to that come into play when you want to make this this grand choice, this final choice that's just going to change your life forever. And I don't blame you if you're stressed or you don't know what to choose or you don't know how to go about it, especially if you've never done this before or don't have any siblings. All you zeroth gen students, shout out to y'all, man. And you too, first generation students, second gen, third gen, all of you guys, man. Shout out to you guys, for real. But honestly, to me, the main factor that you want to consider when choosing a college is location. Is it in a city? Is it in a suburb? Is it surrounded by a lot of nature? Is it surrounded by a lot of fields? Is it in a small town? Is it in the middle of nowhere? Is it close to home? Is it far from home? Just think about these questions and see what's the right fit for you. And if you don't know anything about a particular school, you can go ahead and do a Google search. Type in your school name, go to images, and you'll see what your school is like, what's around your school. Maybe you even find other people or any kind of forums where people are talking about your school, and maybe incoming freshmen too. So yeah, just and if you've been on campus tours to the different schools that you got into, even better for you. Some of you, or a lot of you, are beach town people as well. There are a lot of schools that are near the beaches, like San Diego. Even UCI is kind of relatively close to beaches. So yeah, that's something else to consider too. If you've never lived close by to the beach and you want to experience that, then that can also play a role into where you choose to go to. Again, it all just comes down to the type of person that you are, and what you want to experience. Do you want to step out of your comfort zone, or do you want to stay in a similar place to what you've been your whole life? Um, it's really depending on you, and there's no right answer. Um, and honestly, as long as you can make the most out of it, shout out to you. I remember when I was first deciding what college I wanted to go to. I didn't have many options either. I only got accepted into like 4-ish colleges. But I remember people were tripping. They were just tripping about like things like school rankings, all these loans that we're gonna have to take out. Ooh, the big bad loans. Oh my God. And like the worst one too to worry about. People were like, oh, I don't know if my parents are gonna let me go that far. Like, my parents this, my parents that. Well, first of all, let me be the first one to say that your parents should not be the ones to decide your future. They should not be the ones to decide where you end up, what career you end up taking, because at the end of the day, it's not up to them. It's up to you and what you're passionate about, or what you're eventually gonna be passionate about. No matter how emotional they get about you leaving the nest, it's all up to you. Like, if you're tired of being at home all the time, then go as far as you want. If you want to stay close to home, then stay as close as you want. But remember, eventually you're gonna have to move out of your mom's house in order for you to fully mature and grow up. There's just no other way around. You gotta leave your mom's, even if it's just for a year, and maybe the next year you commute to your school. I promise you that your perspective on life will just change completely. You'll finally know what it means to be an adult with full responsibilities. And man, trust me, like, make your decision. Don't let no one stop you from chasing your dream, not even your parents. For me personally, man, I was so ready to get the hell out of LA. I couldn't wait to start a new life. I couldn't wait to get away from everyone. I remember at one point even thinking, like, screw LA, it's so ghetto. Everyone's always trying to bang on you. The girls are messy, and everyone just wasn't mature enough, or wasn't, fully grown up. And, no disrespect to any of you guys, like I said, everyone's changed now, time has passed by, everyone's matured. But yeah, that's how I felt 4 years ago when I was just, tired of LA. I was just ready to get out. And sometimes you just gotta leave the place you love the most to love it even more again. And that was the case for me. All right, so secondly, school rankings. Ooh, man, you hear all this talk about which school is better. Oh, this school is too ghetto. This school is where all the dumb people go. Oh, this school is where all the ratchets go. Oh, this is a party school. Oh, that's a smart people school. Like, you hear all these different things about the different schools, and honestly, they are the dumbest things to worry about. For one, rankings are changing every single year. For example, take my school, for example, UC Irvine. Just this year and last year, I believe, it was like ranked number 1, or it was ranked pretty high up as compared to other years. Simply because of the fact that there were more applicants, than there were acceptances. And like, sure, like, they painted themselves as a school for minorities, a school for, where all the minorities come and get the best education, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's all good and nice. I didn't even know where it was at. I've never heard of UC Irvine. Like, where the hell is Irvine? Like I said, I knew nothing outside of my city. LA was all that I knew. But I applied anyways because it was one of the schools that actually offered my majors. But at the end of the day, rankings change. So one year it could be the best, next year it might be the worst. Who knows where it's gonna go? So don't ever worry about that. But yeah, all this talk about different rankings, which school is better than that, doesn't matter. Throw it out the window. Because at the end of the day, every single college or university or institution has either some of the greatest professors, super passionate about their work, are helpful to are the biggest influences to a lot of successful people. Just like some of the best universities might even have some of the worst professors who just suck at teaching, are just there for a paycheck and don't really care about students. So like I said, so that doesn't matter. Rankings do not determine your experience after college. And I promise you, you will fall in love with your school no matter where you go. I remember my first year, dude, I hated my school because it was just so different to what I was used to back home. I was out of my comfort zone and I just hated it. But that's another topic for another video.